Welcome to Sound Check with tonight's guest, Cecily Landeros, and your host, Brian Peterson.
You came back. You really like me. Hey, we're thrilled you're back for more Sound Check presented by CMC Neptune. It's the only show where the music is clean, the vibes are high, and we're sending inappropriate lyrics to the penalty box. And speaking of penalty box, the Winter Olympics just wrapped up in Milano Cortina, Italy over the weekend. Did everyone watch that? I loved it. Love watching the Olympics. It's a couple of weeks of world-class athletes doing things that, well, make me pull a hamstring just watching. Yeah, we saw speed, we saw skill, precision, and a lot of people sliding down ice at concerning speeds to very dramatic music, but I do think they could have used game time. Did you watch the skeleton event? Anyone watch this? These athletes are on a small sled flying head first down an ice track at 80 miles per hour with really nothing but a helmet. That's almost as dangerous as an athletic director letting his freshman team pick the pregame music. Am I right? Yeah, this guy here, he knows what I'm talking about. Well, tonight should be fun as we're going to shine the light on some of our 3,000 Neptune partners that we have all over the country. We have them in different kinds of venues and facilities. And Cecily Landeros is going to join me in studio to talk about some of her favorite stops as she visited several Neptune partners last year. Yes, we're excited to have Cecily. And sticking with our Winter Olympics theme, we saw 735 medals awarded in Italy over the past 2 weeks. I counted. Tonight, we're going to award a few of our own medals to our favorite artists. So find out who made the podium. We're about to find out. Hey, let's get this party started. Hey, last week our music team screened 246 songs, and that saved our partners a total of 61 and a half screening hours. Now that is a gold medal effort. And speaking of medals, we have some medals to hand out. Who got the gold?
Welcome to the Songlympics. We tried skiing once. This feels safer. First up, best one-hit wonder. Because honestly, it's better to have one hit than none. Bronze goes to Take On Me by A-ha. Silver to Somebody That I Used to Know by Gautier. And gold to Gangnam Style by Psy. One song, 10-year career. Next event, songs you swore you were done with, but still play. Bronze goes to Levitating by Dua Lipa. Silver to Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. And gold to Heat Wave by Glass Animal. You said it was over. It was not over. That wraps up the Songlympics. And if anyone actually understands how curling works, please let us know.
Hey, congrats to all of our winners. I'm sure they're all very, very honored for this prestigious medal. Well, our guest tonight has had millions of views on YouTube with her popular channel, Gringa, Loca. She's been the smiling face you've seen on many of our Neptune social media posts. And last year, she toured across nearly 10 states and visited several different Neptune radio partners across the South. She's an awesome person. She's a dear friend to me and my family. Please give it up for Mrs. Cecily Landeros. Good to see you.
You too.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely.
I know you have a busy life and young kids, and so it's good to see you. Cecily actually is married to one of my best friends, Marcelo Landeros, who actually used to work with us. You guys actually met, correct, in Chile, where you lived for a while. How did you become a YouTube sensation in South America?
Buena pregunta. Te voy a contar, Ryan. La forma que yo empecé a hacer ese video fue bastante interesante. Había unos personas.
Okay, Cecily, is this the Super Bowl halftime show? Because I have no idea what's going on.
Well, now you understand why the show is popular.
Okay, good.
So basically, the show was in Spanish, or not the show, a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But it was surprising for a lot of Chileans that I spoke Spanish, and not just Spanish, but Chilean Spanish, because that's like a whole nother thing. They've got lots of slang, modismos they call it, and different sayings. And so me being a gringa that doesn't look like she speaks Spanish, I would talk about all the things I loved about Chile and all of the sayings that I loved that they said. And it just got really popular because it was a positive message. They liked watching it. And so we just kept doing it, and it was so much fun.
That's so cool. I just want to talk about that, because it's really fun. If you ever go to her channel, it's fun to watch and listen to her, and you have so much fun, and you're always smiling. That's why we love using you in our videos. So with Neptune, we have Game Time, we have School Zone, we have radio, we have 3,000 partners across the country. We have a lot of schools, but we also have, with the radio product, we have a lot of different and unique kinds of partners. What kind of things do we have within radio, kind of places that use it?
Well, it's kind of interesting because Neptune Radio started out as Splash Radio.
Right.
And water parks were the very first partners. And originally it was Splash Kingdom in Canton, Texas, and now we have over 100 water parks
all over
that use it, as well as swimming pools, fitness centers, trampoline parks is my kids' personal favorite, campgrounds, I mean, you name it, any fun family recreational type facility, a lot of times they're playing Neptune Radio. Another fun one that we've really enjoyed, one of the places that we visited, is the agritainment industry.
Yes.
So agriculture entertainment. And there's about 100 farms that use Neptune Radio for their pumpkin patches, for their Christmas tree farms, and their corn mazes. So I feel like anywhere fun that we want to go as a family, a lot of times we're going to be listening to Neptune Radio. So
yeah, and the corn mazes are fun. I actually went to, with Eric Johnson, the first ever corn party.
Oh,
and
I didn't know that was a thing.
Pretty corny, but
I like what you did there. I like that.
But it was a lot of fun. So I had mentioned last year, you and Marcelo, you took the kiddos and you guys went around.
Right, but what is a corn party exactly?
Okay, a corn party is basically a bunch of people that like corn
that eat
and
it?
corn mazes.
Okay.
And I thought we should call and rebrand, but we didn't do it, that we should call it Neptune Corn, but that did not happen.
It didn't.
But essentially it's because that industry has changed a lot. So it's not just corn mazes, it's not just pumpkin patches, it's rides now and all different kinds of things, which leads me to what I was going to ask you, because you visited a lot of these kind of partners and you went across about 10 different states. Were any of the stops or the Neptune partners that you visited any lasting memories, things that the kids loved, or anything that stood out?
All of them were awesome, I have to be honest. And we were talking to our kids about that recently, and I feel like each one of us had a different favorite place. So it's hard to pick one, but Marcelo really liked the ones that had like the water park and the like amusement park rides, so like the roller coasters all in one, because it was like you got the best of both worlds. So those were his favorites. Mine was in Tennessee. There was a place where you could stay there on property, like you stayed in a hotel, and then you had the indoor water park right there. They had an arcade. If you were hungry, they had food, they had ice cream, they had candy shop, and then across the street they had Soaky Mountain, and that was another big water park. So what I liked as a mom was we could just wake up in the morning, go downstairs, swim without sunscreen, which is awesome because it's indoors, and then if we got hungry, we could just go eat. And so it was all just right there. So we talked about maybe going back and doing like a family, like different family members meeting up in the middle, because that could be fun. But my kids, they liked every place that had ice cream or hot chocolate or, I mean, they're easy, so.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of these on our social media channels and on YouTube, all the different spots that they went and showcased. It was a lot of fun. Before I let you go, I did want to ask, when you talk to these partners, I know you have a great time meeting them. Why was it that they were excited and happy to partner with us and work with us?
I feel like this is rare, but they only had good things to say about Neptune Radio. It was so fun to talk to them because everything they said was just positive. But I feel like the two things that stood out to me the most, one was they talked about just how easy it is for them, because when you're running a water park, you've got to worry about safety, you've got to worry about food, all of these different things, and to be able to just pass this off to Neptune Radio and know that you're going to get family-friendly songs that they don't have to worry about. All you have to do is say the genre and what percentage of the genre, and then of course if there's special songs you want to play, you just let them know. And so they loved that it was just so simple for them. Another thing they really talked about a lot was the customer service. If they needed anything, they would just call, and then within 5 minutes they would get a call back, and you guys would help them out. So those are the two things that really stood out to me.
Yeah, and one of my favorite things about Neptune Radio is they all get to name their own station.
Yeah,
so there's some really fun and unique stations that we have across the country. Well, Cecily, thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely.
It was a whole lot of fun. Tell the family I said hello.
I will. I can do that.
All right. Well, thanks again to Cecily. Thank you for stopping by. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place with another episode of Neptune Soundcheck. Have a great week.